go. It's blue. And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. This is Entrepreneurial Life with Tamara and Casey. And today we have a special guest. Tim is here with us. I'm sure most of you all know Tim from Online Teacher Dude. How are you guys doing tonight?
Welcome.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yep. Oh, someone needs to mute my loud voice.
Sorry.
So super excited to have you here. Tim recently just started with Groove and has started switching things over from Kajabi. So we want to hear a little bit about your experience and what made you want to switch to Groove.
Yes.
Sure. So I made a little course on Kajabi in November of 2020, and I loved how easy it was, and I liked the platform, and I needed something that worked really well and that was solid. And that's what Kajabi does. I mean, they do course hosting and course platforms. That's pretty much all they do. They do a few other things that are integrated, but for the most part, they're a course building platform. So I knew that it would kind of link everything together really well, and it would be easy. So that's really why I went with them. I got a 30-day free trial and launched the product, and then have been selling it on there up until about a month ago, and had no problems. Like, I don't have a single negative thing to say about Kajabi in that sense. They're really great, and everything worked very smoothly and seamlessly. The trouble is, I haven't been in launch mode with courses throughout these last few months. And so with a digital course, you can obviously, especially with something as similar to mine, it can sort of create passive income and people can buy it all the time. But if you're not in launching mode or you're not promoting it, for me, about a month or two ago, I started realizing that maybe the cost of Kajabi wasn't covering the cost of the profit from the course at certain times. It was in the beginning, but there was a bit of a lull where I was shifting focuses a little bit. So, that coupled with just having to also pay for ConvertKit for my mailing list. Now, Kajabi does do emailing as well, but I was really comfortable on ConvertKit and liked, they do email marketing really, really well. So right. I think that was the reason why I stuck with them. So I had these two things paying, upwards of 200 plus a month. And then Groove came along.
Yeah.
And turned you upside down.
Yeah.
His
got me groovy.
Got you groovy.
Sent him down the rabbit hole, I think was his very first comment when we introduced him to Groove.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm always leery with like new things and and it's in beta as well. My goodness, like who wants to try to figure something out that's in beta that's got problems? Right. But it really wasn't until I actually got in and had a look. And I think speaking with you guys as well as hearing, Mike Filsame's presentations and, just kind of like the further you go into it, the more you realize that the community's awesome. The support is there and their vision is really strong. So that was combination of those really made me realize that it was worth it to at least make an account and check it out.
Right.
How hard was it to switch your course over to Groove?
Well, because it was a small size course with only 4 modules and 3 bonuses, in terms of the actual physical moving, I just did it kind of manually by just taking the video content. Actually, I didn't even have to take anything off of Kajabi. I'll get into how I made the transition, but I just took the videos that I had and uploaded them to the Groove member portion of things. So there was a bit of a learning curve in terms of figuring out how Groove pieces it together, like anything. It was a learning curve with Kajabi as well. I had to watch tutorials. I mean, if you're not in the course building business and you haven't done it for a long time, it doesn't completely make sense right off the bat. So but once you kind of get into it, it's fine. And it was fine with Groove as well. Just uploaded the videos and and then do you want me to talk a little bit about the transition off of Kajabi?
Sure. Yeah.
So because I had about like 75 or 80 students in the course, I wanted to make it easy for them to move over to Groove. And I decided that I would, you could do it two different ways. If you were moving a course from one platform to another, you could manually put all their names into the new course platform and it automatically sends them a new login. Or you could have them do it themselves. So you could send them the new link with a free sign up. You know, they wouldn't have to pay again. You would just send them like a free sign up, basically put in their information, and then they would get an email to make their account. So that's an extra step. And because there wasn't that many students in that sense, you know, I wasn't putting in thousands of names. I was able to do it within an hour to just input their information. And then that Groove would automatically send the login information. Then I followed up with an email. And actually, I was doing it quite quickly because I wanted to get out of Kajabi without having to pay more. But when I had indicated that I was leaving Kajabi, they actually extended my membership with them for 30 more days. So it gave my students 30 days to understand. And I'm still in that 30 days. So I'll follow up again with another email with that and some updates to the course.
Nice. So before, when you were getting started, Groove didn't integrate with Kajabi yet, right? But they do now, or we do now.
Groove does not integrate with Kajabi, no.
I think it's just starting, right, Tamara? Didn't we look that up the other day?
So
Tim's like,
maybe,
really?
I don't know. In what way? Like in the transfer of content?
you can
Or
do
with the email list?
maybe an email list, and you know what, Groove. So they put on a whole bunch of integrations recently. They added to the Groove integration types, and they added ConvertKit, they added Kajabi, they added all these things, and then they took them away. So somebody else
because
was
I'm still
asking
waiing
as well. Yeah, somebody else was asking as well because they saw it too. So I know it's just not in my head, but but they added a bunch and then they must have taken them down. I don't know if they weren't integrating correctly or if it wasn't such a smooth transition. I don't know what happened, but they definitely had both Kajabi and ConvertKit on the new integration pipeline, I guess you could call it. But
Okay.
I knew I saw it. Yeah, but you're right. I just went in there and I didn't see it on the list anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
I know.
Like right after Tim finished moving everything over.
I think they're planning on doing it though. And they actually have some courses over in Kajabi before they launched Groove Member.
Okay.
So they really want to integrate it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think while things are in beta, it is important for them to allow as much integration as possible because it's going to help people feel comfortable, you know, continuing to use whatever services that they're still needing to use until Groove is out of beta.
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of hiccups did you notice when you were getting started?
I think, oh gosh, hiccups. I had some issues with the payment. And I was trying to I wanted to make sure that was like 100% working. Whereas on Kajabi, I was very confident. Like there was no second guessing. I knew that it was working with it. Whereas with Groove, I had some issues with the checkout carts, and there's a little bit more involved because they do so much more in terms of payment options and upsells and downsells and order bumps and just marketing strategies, that there's so much in there that this is just a simple low priced one sell product, but I had some issues with the payment, and I don't know if that was just me personally or what, but I think I bought my own course like 4 times just to make sure that the customer was going to also not have an issue. So that was one of the things. And because it's in beta, there are little glitches along the way. You're going to experience like a little bit of a frustrating something or other. We've all had that when, I don't know, our document doesn't save or something happens. It's like kind of, I've got to redo that again. It's going to take me 10 minutes. That will happen with Groove because there are still bugs and not that much, but from time to time.
Right. From a student's perspective, do you think it looks pretty similar?
Yes and no. Do you want me to show you?
Sure. Yes, we'd love that.
Okay.
I'm making you a co-host.
Okay, first of all, I love Groove, but I am going to show you the difference between the two. And, Kajabi does courses really, really well. Okay, but Groove is an all-in-one and they're getting better every day and it's still awesome.
Yes.
And, so let me just pop up. And
that's kind of what we've been telling people. Like Kajabi is amazing for courses. So
yes. So this is just my course because it's still active on Kajabi. It's beautiful. I think it's really clean looking and, really, really nice. So you go into the first module and there's the video. You can see the 2 lesson videos there, information here, my bio down there, some text here, and the video front and center right at the top, really, really clean looking. So it almost looks like a little video player, like a YouTube video player with the things on the side here. So it's really, really easy. Now, this is what Kajabi Groove looks like right now. So it's similar, but it's not as pretty looking, right? So it's still got all the functions. Something's going on down here. Oh, I think I enabled comments. So like if I go into here to day 1, let's go to the first lesson.
Yes.
Okay, so the video, so there's the video, there's the download thing. So there's actually more functionality in terms of, where to put the button to download something or where to add text. Like I could move the video up to the top and I could have the text underneath. That's something I can do. I can move the button around. I cannot change any of the setup from what I can tell right now in terms of the layout. Whereas with Kajabi, they have different layouts. So if you like a certain other look for your course page, they have that.
Right.
Okay. But with I think, and maybe down the road, as Groove gets better and stuff, they'll add it. But this seems to be the only like layout option for the actual course.
You're right.
But everything is still there and it still looks great. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. If I'm just comparing the two, I think Kajabi looks better, right? But you also pay.
I was going to say, for those that don't know, you can actually build one of these for free with the free version.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat too.
Yeah. So, that's basically, sort of visually what the differences is. The other thing is right now, Groove is not mobile friendly for courses at the moment. So I believe that's coming really soon. Yeah.
Yes,
so, Kajabi's been around for a long time and that's what they do. That's all they do. They build courses. So, Groove does everything and, it's awesome. I'm really so excited about it and so grateful that I found it from you guys and oh my gosh. It took me a little while, as you know, to purchase, but it was really like a no-brainer. I will have already paid for Groove, with 6 months of Kajabi payments.
Right. Those of you
forever.
Right. You have to remember that. I mean, and you not only with the Kajabi payments, but the fact that Kajabi is not an all-in-one platform, you're going to have to pay for, if you want a store, you're going to have to pay for your Shopify. If you want to schedule appointments, you probably have to pay for Calendly. I mean, the list goes on of the other apps you have to pay for in addition to Kajabi.
And I'm always one like, how can I get this money back? And then when I saw Groove had the 40% affiliate, I was like, so how many people do I need to pay for it?
Exactly.
Yes, well, that's right. The referral program is so awesome. And it solves a problem for people. And you're using it as an active user. So you're recommending something that works for you.
Right.
That's exactly, the perspective I'm coming from as well. Like I literally have an actively running course and one almost finished as well on there. And, I'm a user myself. So, and I can testify that it's going to save you money. It's going to help you to do many things, and it's going to help you grow your business, because that's what they want you to be successful. They want you to grow your business and make money, because the more money you make, the more money they're going to make, right?
Right.
So true. I mean, with the unlimited websites alone, and unlimited funnels, it's crazy.
Yeah. So with Kajabi, you can have a website through their platform, and they do, as I said, they do like email marketing. I don't know how great it is, but I think it's fine. It's just, does the basics. Like ConvertKit would do more. But the reason why I don't have my website on Groove yet is because it's probably the lowest cost item or service that I pay for. It's not that expensive. It's like $100 a year. And I have good SEO going with certain keywords. So I'm a little bit hesitant right now to move something that's like working well to Groove, but I will build anything additional in Groove, like an additional website or anything like that. That will definitely be in Groove. But my branded website, my online teacher dude one, is going to stay on WordPress for now, just because it's not a huge cost. And if I can figure out how to do it without losing SEO and stuff like that.
Yeah, if it's ranking, then it's basically paying for itself to.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, like, it's, I wouldn't want to lose traffic or anything like that. And it's not like it's not like I have lots and lots of traffic, but I have enough each month that I don't want to have to interrupt it.
Supposedly Groove SEO is pretty decent when you put in the keywords in the little meta keyword spot. But the problem, as we were talking, like Kajabi does courses very, very well. WordPress does blogs very, very well. And so the one thing that you want to consider when moving over to Groove is that Groove blog is not does not do it as well as WordPress. But
correct.
But it will
definitely.
They have big plans, and it will eventually. It's just right now in beta mode. The Groove blog was launched without a lot of SEO power, I guess.
Yeah,
exactly. But if you're just starting a blog,
100%. 100%. Yeah, exactly.
I would do it.
Leah said, "Hey kids." And she said, I would say with being an all-in-one, it's going to take time to get all the things working smoothly. Yeah.
It does take time, but so far they've done a lot of work. I mean, even since we bought it I bought it in September, and the improvements have been drastic. Even in the
did you buy it way back then in September?
I bought it in September. Yes.
Wow,
that was.
I think
October. Yeah, you bought it in October, Casey. But yes, even back then, there were many fewer apps available to everybody, and just in the 6 months, they've improved leaps and bounds. And I can only imagine what they're going to improve in the next 6 months.
I was just thinking that.
And I think I don't know about you guys, but we went through DCA together, and when you're starting to dream bigger for your business and you're thinking about, okay, how am I going to make all this work? There's no platform like Groove that will do it all for you. And the most frustrating part, I think the most popular question in all these Facebook groups is, what do I use? Kartra versus Kajabi versus da versus da, or like Shopify versus this, and there are hundreds of platforms out there for everything, for shopping carts, for webinars, for duct taping your mailing list together to your course platform. I mean, it's everywhere. I love duct taping. I mean, I use that word all the time now for this whole thing, because it's so true. That's what you have to try to do.
And I learned where you got that from.
From where?
From Mike Phil Same.
Is it?
I saw a video the other day, and I'm like, that's where he got it from.
Maybe.
That's
Maybe
funny.
it is actually. Yeah, I don't know. I probably. Yeah, I can see him saying it.
Oh yeah.
It definitely wasn't my word.
Like, that's where he got it. Because I'm trying to be more like Tim and confident when you're trying to describe things. So when I even messaged Tim, like, I got to get this down. And then I saw that, I was like, I just need to watch more videos.
That's right. Yeah.
I
So,
almost jumped on the bandwagon with like Kajabi and everything. And Tamara was like, hey, Casey, take a look at this. And since I had nothing,
go Tamara.
It was easier for me to be like, oh, that is something I could use and get started.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
definitely.
Amy Porterfield uses Kajabi, and understandably, I mean, each course makes 7 figures, every time she launches. So it's easy to be able to afford something like Kajabi and have the people working on it that you need to. But as course students, it's like, Casey and I didn't even have an idea of a course, let alone any students.
Who would have thought it would have been a 21-day Groove Challenge was going to be our first course?
Man, so we, so we jumped in, but then we were like, this is not going to work on Kajabi because it's just throwing your money out the door. But with Groove, we've really gotten into it, and it's fairly user-friendly. I mean, despite the bugs, it's pretty intuitive to get to know. So
yeah, it is absolutely. Now I know exactly where to go. I'm like, okay, I want to deal with my product. I go into Groove Sell. I need to deal with my course, go into Groove Member, deal with, my pages, go into Groove Pages. And that's really basically all I use it right now for, is just those 3 apps, but there's a lot more in there. And I'm so excited for Groove Mail to come in as well, because that'll be the next step.
Yes.
Sorry, when you talk about your product, you mean your course, right? You don't have any physical product, right?
Right. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, my course, digital.
So you can have,
product.
you can have courses or physical products, or you can have like, what is it? The print ones that you can have printed from elsewhere. So,
and it's inspiring me to think about like, okay, now I don't need to go and learn how to set up an e-commerce store. The training is already in there. They've already got, different challenges and stuff and tutorials and things on how to set it up. And it's easy. You just set up a new store, and then you can do drop shipping or print on demand if you're, like a t-shirt apparel shop or something like that. So you can just link up with like Printify or those kind of print on demand shops.
And again, you can have as many stores as you want to. You can only add a store every 7 days right now, but you can have multiple stores.
I have a feeling that's so that they don't, must have to do with spam or something. Or some kind of, I have a feeling, because if you just can set up unlimited stores, maybe there's a problem on the back end with that. But for sure. So there's lots of good stuff to come.
I think as a free user, it's like every 30 days or something like that, but still.
Okay. Yeah. I set one up as a demo maybe on my live on Monday, and I went to do another one, and it said you can't for another 7 days.
I know, it's pretty
I made a Groove Gear store on accident. I was trying to do a demo and learn it, and it was like published. I'm like, oh, hey, I have a Groove store.
Oops, that's funny.
Don't ask me the link. I have no idea. I gotta go find it.
Well, I think Groove Cart is a little bit expensive more for them to run as well, because they have to get everything secure and how to do it too. That's something that is not actually going to be a part of even their $2.99 monthly fee when they start going month to month.
What is it?
Groove Cart is going to be an addition. So you'll have to pay on top of whatever you're paying, whatever package you choose. Groove Cart will be in addition to that. So
really,
yes, I would definitely get in. If you're planning on a little e-commerce store or selling physical products, I would try to get in before the end of the year, before they start going monthly, because yes, it's
definitely need to talk.
It'll be more.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me today. She does Macari, so I think she could set up her store the same way on Groove, but I've never done Macari, so I was like, I need to look at that a little bit more. So she was asking about it today.
She probably pays a monthly fee for that.
She does, and a percentage of every sale plus the transaction fees.
Yeah, and that's one thing Groove does. If you're a platinum member, they are not going to take a percentage of your sale. The Groove Pay will, but not Groove Cart. So
Groove Pay. Right. So even like connecting my
Stripe or
PayPal or connecting my
PayPal.
Stripe, I'm
Yeah.
still paying charges. I mean, that's just natural
Right.
things that you're going to have to pay with. PayPal is really bad with that. I think they're pretty high percentage.
They're pretty
So
high.
one thing you can do with Groove is you can select mitigation with your PayPal or credit card. I think it's called mitigation, where you can decide, on your checkout cart that only 50% of the time your PayPal will show up. So it forces the person to use a credit card, which could save on fees if you don't want. And also for PayPal to lock you out. PayPal can lock you out if you've got too many sales
Very
in a
true.
short amount of time, which I didn't know about. But
Yes.
Tamara was just explaining that to me because that's what she's doing, right? We're doing half and half for the Groove
We're
challenge.
doing, yes, we do PayPal just because a lot of people just have their PayPal right there. But then we're doing half Stripe, half Groove Pay just to compare the difference. So if you want to pay by credit card, I don't think you'll know whether you're paying through Stripe or Groove Pay because it's the same on your end. But the people but we will notice. And so I just wanted to compare how much we'll make with each,
Oh, so smart. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
So
always thinking that, Tamara.
Always thinking of things.
She's always thinking of things. Yes.
I just wanted to see. I mean, it's a low ticket item, and I just wanted to compare. They claim that Groove Pay will be a lot cheaper for businesses than Stripe, but we'll see.
I have a lot of issues being overseas with payment stuff because I'm not a tax resident of any country at the moment, and I don't have an LLC set up. So yeah, it doesn't quite work as easy for me. I have to be very careful about, so I'm trying to, that's my next big job, is to sort out all of that.
Yeah, when I paid for your course, PayPal charged me an extra $1.
Oh, they did?
No, not PayPal, my bank. My bank charged me an extra $1 for that. My bank charged me an extra $1 for Linktree because I guess that's not from the States either.
Huh.
So time for a new bank.
International, but it shouldn't because it's an international. That's interesting.
Yeah,
weird.
Interesting.
I've been overseas for so long. I thought that was so silly. I was like, I'm using PayPal. But
that's one thing for those of you also trying to sell a product in an international market. Groove Pay does not charge a currency transaction fee. So whatever you charge in, people can pay without, and Groove won't charge either of you. So I think that's pretty.
Okay.
That's what I showed her today. She liked that idea too. So
that is cool. Yeah.
So you can have an international market.
If you're thinking about it, just jump in because there's so much good stuff coming all the time.
One fee. I mean, you pay the $13.97. It's a little difficult because it's not cheap, but then you're done. Right. You're done, and then you don't have to think about it ever again for life.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, in another week, I will have saved on 2 months of Kajabi, so that's already like almost that's almost like a third of Groove, if you're kind of thinking like that. And if you don't have a monthly fee anywhere, then I can understand it's a big purchase, right off the bat. Right. But look at it as an investment because even if you're not actually selling or building something right now, maybe you will be in a year. Yeah. You don't want to look back and think, geez, like it was such a good deal then, and now I've got to pay $100, $200 a month, right? Yeah, so you can look at it as an investment to the future because you'll always have it.
Exactly. And if you don't have anything, you're going to be totally confused with all of the options out there. I mean, that's what I was. And I was like, I have no clue. And then you spend hours upon hours comparing, Shopify versus Carta and all of those, which calendar or Amelia or something like that you're going to use, or, which website platform you're going to use. I mean, the list goes on, and it's difficult, and I don't think there's any other provider that truly plans on encompassing just about everything you need, than Groove. So it's one of a kind, and it's just getting better every day.
Yeah. And even if you don't have an idea, go and watch some of the videos. You'll get an idea, and you'll start wanting to build a business because it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't even know how many things you could do out there. I mean, or how many things there are to do out there. Who would have thought just freelance teaching on here or something? You know, I didn't think of any of these opportunities until recently.
Yeah.
And if you're a teacher watching right now, I just learned last night that it's important to make like a digital portfolio of yourself, you know, of you with maybe a video or so, and your accomplishments and your career goals and everything, sort of like a digital resume. And, you know, and a lot of times you're like, well, I don't want to use one of my websites for that, you know, because I'm only allotted, you know, 1 to 3 websites, depending on my plan. But with Groove, you can have that. You can work on a lot of different things simultaneously because, you know, it's all, it's unlimited. Almost everything is unlimited. So it's just amazing.
Yeah. It would be, you know, if you wanted to do like an affiliate marketing for a product, like, I don't know, like say the Tesla course that a lot of us recommend, right? That you can make a specific, you know, SEO friendly domain for that. This is just something I'm thinking, and create a website for specifically for that, with a very targeted information sequence of what it's all about, with a one-stop shop button to get it, which will send you over to the actual product page. You know, and that can rank after a while if it's done well with the right keywords and things like that. So those are things just like ideas that can come to you. It's a whole new website, but you don't have to worry about going to buy the domain somewhere and then, like, you know, link it up with WordPress, or, you know, maybe your package only allows you to have 3 websites or 2, whatever it is. So you can just, you don't have to worry about that. Like, it's unlimited. You just go and make a new website in seconds.
Just like that. Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Tim, I'm super
just like that.
You made the switch. I know, right? And that you're sharing this experience with us, because I've learned so much working with both you and Tamara. And
oh, great. Yeah.
I kind of just watch and learn, and then now I just need to play with all the buttons and do it myself.
But you're doing that, right? I mean, with your challenge, like it's all
I
coming
am.
together.
Tamara built the funnel. It's a beautiful funnel. She worked really hard on it. So I've been like writing the scripts for videos and Canva and that kind of stuff.
I'll have to talk to you guys later, but I'm wondering how you did an aspect of the funnel, because I went through it and signed up. So I wanted to see how you did the free into the upsell options. So, but yeah, that's what's so cool about Groove, is you can have so many different options for your offerings. You know what I mean? You can choose so many different ways of bringing your customer through a journey.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you can follow up. That's the thing that I'm hoping for with the Groove Mail, is that, you know, I can follow up with some cart abandonment emails, or follow up with an email sequence if they took this but not that, like those kinds of things.
And when they launched it initially, it was pretty cool. Like, they had a lot of forms and automations and campaigns and all that type of thing. But they said it wasn't like they did launch it in a rush, and then it was almost a blessing in disguise when they had this whole spam issue, that they took it off, and now they're making it even better than it was before. So it's going to be a pretty cool.
Do you know the date that it's coming back?
Program.
May 1st.
They said May 1st. Hopefully.
May 1st.
Yeah.
It is getting later and later, kind of, isn't it?
I think
they've said May 1st a while.
Yeah, when they took it down, they said it was going to be a couple months. Yeah.
It's been more than a couple months.
Okay.
Yeah. May 1st it's been a while that they've said May 1st. Hopefully it won't be that, but
I thought it was April 15th for some reason. Then
April 15th is when they're going to there's something happening April 15th, but it won't be May 1st until May 1st when you can actually send.
Okay, that's only a month away. We can wait.
It's only a month, but
and I'll probably still wait a month. Even I'll probably just hang out and watch for a few weeks before I can, fully
just to
jump
make
into
sure.
the group. Yeah, for sure, because it's a big thing to like deal with all your email contacts and stuff like that. You don't want to mess up.
No,
so
thankfully they should be integrating with ConvertKit very soon. Like I said, I know I saw it on there and then it all went away. So I think they're in the process. It should be, I would think it was any day now, just because it was on there at one point,
Yeah.
So it should be really soon. So that'll help. That'll definitely help move everybody over easier.
Yeah, for sure.
So
excellent. Well, we told Tim we'd keep it to about 40 minutes because he's got somewhere to be. I'm super jealous. I want to go
to work out. Yeah.
I know. I did my yoga and my walks today. So,
There you go. That's awesome. Just keep moving.
Good.
Super cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience with us. I'm sure it helps others to know that, there are bugs, but it can work.
And I know a lot of people have questions about Kajabi versus Groove, member,
I think a lot of people jumped into Kajabi, and so it's, people wonder about but
they wonder.
Yeah, do it. It's a no-brainer. Honestly, no-brainer. It's great, and it really will motivate you. Like, it just has this, because it's an all-in-one, and because they're so excited about it just motivates you to create. And whereas you're on your own with Kajabi, I mean, they've got tutorials, and then you've got to go and like buy whatever other service to duct tape it together, and then you've got to learn that one, and then no one's really teaching you like how to build a business. They're all just teaching you how to do aspects of building a business really well. But Groove really teaches you how to build a business, and they want you to succeed in it. So I think that's what's really cool.
Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but with any startup, and I know all three of us have been at VIP Kid a little while, but with any startup, there's this sense of just excitement, and everybody wants it to succeed, and so you all sort of help each other and work together to make it, to make it work. And Groove is in that stage right now where everybody's just so excited. They can't wait for what's to come. And we're all just working together. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, and definitely, it's so true. I'm excited.
Yay!
It's gonna be good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Tim.
We need to work for a couple months and come back on here and do updates on all of us. Where are we at in the next,
Tim signed up for our challenge. We think you guys should too. Groove 21 day challenge.com. And
all right, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you all next time.
Yes.